What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, today I want to talk to you a little bit about something pretty big that just happened a few hours ago in regards to Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you saw my last video, then you know that in that video, I was talking about how there were some people who had access to these supposed leaked screenshots of Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. And I talked about how there was an article from PokéJungle that was posted, and they said that they did have access to these images, but they just weren't allowed to share them. And they posted an article talking about all the stuff that they were able to find out from those images. So I'll have a link to that article once again in the description if you guys want to go and check it out. But there were also some other people as well who said like they were able to see these images of leaked gameplay for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, but they just were not able to share them with anyone else. Well guys, it looks like one of those images for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch was just leaked a few hours ago, and this actually came to us from Pixelpar. Now before I show you guys Pixelpar's tweet, I do want to let you guys know that this video is not intended to be like an April Fool's joke video. I know some of you might think that because of how it's April Fool's literally tomorrow, or maybe from the time that you're watching this it's already April Fool's where you live. So it might seem like that, like it's April Fool's. Obviously he's talking about Pokemon Switch leaked images, it's gotta be an April Fool's joke, but it's actually not. These people have had access to these images for a while, and we just have access to them now because of how they were posted online. But yeah, Pixelpar made a tweet a few hours ago, and in his tweet he says here, "This is not intended to be an April Fool's. Over the past few days, I've received the same shot multiple times of what could be Pokemon Switch. I've not seen the game, so I can't verify if it's genuine. However, multiple things in the image match the details that I've been previously told." So obviously after tweeting something like that, everybody was asking Pixelpar to just upload the image, share the image so that we were able to see it, and that's exactly what Pixelpar did. So like I said, there's multiple images here, but Pixelpar has uploaded one of these supposed leaked screenshots of Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. Now I am going to be showing you guys this image, so if you don't want to be potentially spoiled for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, I urge you to click off the video right now as I'm going to be showing you the image in a few seconds. But yeah, here you go guys, this is the image apparently of leaked gameplay for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. Now, along with the other tweets, Pixelpar also posted saying, "I also can't confirm if this is the same thing that PokéJungle received, however, based on the description, it is quite likely. If this shot is real, then graphic-wise, it's comparable to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon running on Citra with possibly some higher resolution textures." Now you guys can see the image here, and I think if we take a look at the image, it's pretty obvious to see what's going on. Obviously it's a trainer riding on top of a Lapras, which is pretty cool. So they're surfing on the Lapras here, there's some rocks off to the side, there seems to be like a little bit of land at the top here, but we can also see some Pokemon I think in the overworld like as they're surfing. So I think at the bottom here, like that tail seems to be a Gyarados tail, and then I think at the top there, like that red thing seems to be like a Magikarp floating. And I know they were talking about how in their articles like how Pokemon encounters are going to be like in the overworld now, like you're actually going to run into them. So that'd be cool if you could actually like run into the Magikarp to be able to battle it instead of just like surfing on top of the water. But yeah, if you guys want my overall impression about how I feel about this image and the possibility of it actually being a leaked screenshot from Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, I'm gonna have to say that I think that this image is actually fake. Like I don't think that this is real. I don't know about you guys, but to me this just looks so similar to Pokemon Sun and Moon and just how Pokemon looked on the 3DS. Like take a look at it for yourself. Like you can see right here that even the rocks there, it just looks really similar to something from Pokemon Sun and Moon. The water kind of makes it seem like it's from X and Y, or maybe even Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't know, it just looks so similar to that I don't feel like it's a big upgrade to go from the 3DS onto the Nintendo Switch. Like usually with every single Pokemon system upgrade that we've had with Pokemon, there has been a pretty big upgrade that you're able to notice right away. Like you can see right from when we went to the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance, there was a pretty big upgrade. And then once we went from the Game Boy to the DS, there was also a pretty big upgrade as well. And then when we went from the DS to the 3DS, it was very easy to notice how we were having like 3D models and stuff like that. But here, like if this is supposed to be Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, it just doesn't look that different going from the 3DS onto the Nintendo Switch. It looks very similar. That's why I kind of feel like this image might just be Pokemon Sun and Moon just put into Citra and then modified a little bit so that it looks like an unknown area that we can't identify right away from like the Alola region or something like that. But I don't know, I just feel like this image is fake. Now I do want to mention that I wasn't expecting Pokemon to have an insane change as well going from the 3DS onto the Nintendo Switch. Like I wasn't expecting Pokemon to be like Zelda Breath of the Wild, but I was expecting a pretty big change. Like I wasn't expecting anything drastic like an open world Pokemon adventure where you can move in all directions and do whatever you want. I wasn't expecting anything like that, but I do feel like they would have changed up the art style and stuff like that. Like it would have made it noticeable like which one's on the 3DS and which one's on the Switch. This kind of just makes it seem like it's exactly how it would look like on the 3DS, but just upgraded with some higher resolutions and some better textures and better assets and stuff like that. Like it just doesn't make it seem like it's actually made for Pokemon on the Switch. It just seems like they optimized the 3DS gameplay to make it look good on the Nintendo Switch. But then again, I do want to mention how Mr. Masuda has stated in multiple interviews how it is very hard for them to develop Pokemon games, and how he hopes that fans don't set their expectations really high. And like I said, I wasn't setting my expectations for something really insane for Pokemon Switch, but I was expecting like a different art style, so I don't know if this is actually going to be like what Pokemon on the Switch looks like. I'm going to say it's fake, but I do want to mention how if this is actually like a leaked screenshot from Pokemon Switch, and if this is actually real, then I think that there is a good chance for Pokemon on the Switch to come out in 2018. Like, I know how I've been saying, like, I think it's going to be 2019, I think it's going to come out in 2019, and because of that, I was expecting like an insanely big upgrade to how the gameplay is going to look like, how the graphics are going to look. Obviously, I wasn't expecting like 1080p 60 FPS amazing Pokemon graphics, but I was expecting like a pretty big change, and I was thinking in order to have all of that like optimized and be able to look really good on the Switch, they were probably going to need a few years after that. And so that's why I kept saying that Pokemon Switch was probably going to be a 2019 title, but if this is actually what Pokemon Switch looks like, then I think it has a good chance of coming out this year. Now, something that I want to quickly mention is actually about the location of this image for Pokemon Switch, and it looks like that it may actually come from the Kanto region. So if we take a look here, it looks like some people have done some digging about where this image looks like it could be taking place, and it looks like it could actually be from the Kanto region. As you can see right here with this image and how the land is formed right here, like the formation of the land, it looks exactly similar to how the land looked for this leaked image from Pokemon Switch as well. Like, the land is exactly cut in the same way, like if you look at the land in front of it. So it looks like it could actually be from the Kanto region. I believe that where this place is from the Kanto region is like if you're traveling up to Pallet Town from Cinnabar Island. I'm pretty sure that's where this route is from. So I think it could be like that, and I know we have been hearing about how Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch could be like a reboot of the entire franchise and restart from the Kanto region again. And I know even Jinx Club or PokéSerena was saying it herself, like how the Chinese Riddler, who has given information about Pokemon Sun and Moon and leaked Team Rainbow Rocket and stuff, even the Chinese Riddler had openly stated that Pokemon Switch was going to be a reboot of the franchise. Now, speaking of PokéSerena, if we actually take a look at PokéSerena's Twitter, she made a pretty interesting tweet where she said here, "Time to bet, not an April Fool's joke. If this picture turns out to be fake, I'll remove all the leak videos from my channel. Fake leaks are not included." But the thing here is that she's being extremely confident that she thinks that this is actually an image from Pokemon Switch. Like, she's saying here, "Time to bet," and she's saying it's not an April Fool's joke either. She actually thinks that this is an image from Pokemon Switch. And after people have asked her, she's saying that why do people think it's so fake? She's saying that it's because of how people are thinking that the graphics are going to look so different, and she has heard from her sources saying that the graphics aren't like an extremely big change from going onto the 3DS and going onto the Nintendo Switch. And that's exactly what's visible here. Like, it doesn't look like there's much of a big change here. This does look like it could be from a 3DS game, but then again, they're claiming that it's from Pokemon Switch, and so even PokéSerena is saying that she's pretty confident that this image is real. Alright, so I tweeted about this image on my Twitter as well, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see if we got any responses. And boy, do I have a ton of notifications. I've got 95 notifications, so I'm sure Twitter is going insane over this image right now. So here's the tweet that I posted. I said, "Alright people, are you on Team Fake or Team Real for this leaked image of Pokemon Switch? Reply to this tweet with your thoughts and you could be featured in my next video." So let's scroll down and see what people are saying. This person is saying Team Real. For some reason, I feel like it could be real. Jackson is saying 100% fake. Dan is saying Team Fake. Looks more like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which would be a weird decision in my opinion and a step backwards. Totally true. I mean, especially with how they had like the chibi models in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and how we went to the open like 3D models with Sun and Moon. It would just be weird to go back to that with Pokemon on the Switch. Brandon here is saying I'm on Team Fake because it looks too much like the 3DS, but if it turns out real, I will still buy it. That's totally true with me. I think I'll buy Pokemon Switch regardless of how it looks, just because of how I'm a huge Pokemon fan. But yeah, let's see, Matthew here is saying simply fake because of how they would have stuck with the 3DS if this was the case. The whole environment just somehow feels way too similar to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm not expecting Breath of the Wild, just for a record, but a more fresh looking game. That's totally true with me as well. Like, I'm not expecting a huge open world Pokemon adventure, but I do want it to look a little different than how it does on the 3DS. This just looks really similar. This person is saying Team Fake. Joe is saying, "I hope this is fake." Like you said, it just doesn't seem like a big improvement from the 3DS. A lot of people are saying Team Fake as well. This person is saying Team Fake because of how it's not made in Unreal Engine, like how they were talking about that, like how they were hiring for people who had experience with Unreal Engine. So I mean, we don't even know if this was for Pokemon Switch, but I do understand what you're trying to say. Outcast is saying fake. Super Gaming 101, I'm on Team Fake. Please be fake. Team Fake, I don't want it to be real, but I can be forgiving. I'm on Team Fake. So I think a lot of you guys are just saying it's Team Fake. It makes a lot of sense though. It just doesn't seem like an image for what Pokemon would look like on the Switch. I think a lot of people are saying that this is probably just something from the 3DS that's altered a little bit. I think that makes the most sense as well. Like, I feel like they just took assets from different Pokemon 3DS games. Like, they took some things from Pokemon Omega Ruby, and they took some stuff from Pokemon Sun and Moon and put them together to kind of make it look different for Pokemon Switch. Andrew is saying Team Fake. A lot of things stick out here, and it looks like it's ripped from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Totally agree as well. Let's see here. It looks like a 3DS game, but this leak can't be real. I think it's fake. A lot of people are saying that it's fake. Team Fake, it's 2 3DS style. Evo Gengar is saying 100% Team Fake. Fake bad for Nintendo Switch because it's not open world. I really hope that you don't have open world as a priority for Pokemon Switch, because I don't think it's going to be open world. I think it'll just be a pretty big improvement though. I don't think it'll be an open world game. This person's saying Team Fake. Emmett saying Team Fake. Roman Team Fake as well. I think everyone is just saying Team Fake. Let's see, Ian here saying I'm not sure. That's always a possibility as well. It could be fake, it could be real, but I think a majority of you guys are saying Team Fake. Now, I know I have a ton more responses here, but I think for the most part, a lot of you guys are just saying fake. Like, I mean, everyone here is pretty much just saying fake. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for the Twitter responses. I've gotten so many here, so I can't read all of them, but thank you guys so much for all of your responses. And remember, if you want to be featured in videos like this, then definitely go and follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero. And so there you go, guys. That's all the information that I have about this leaked image for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. Definitely be sure to click that like button if you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below and let me know how you feel about this leaked image. Do you think that it's actually a leaked image from Pokemon Switch? Do you think that it's fake? Be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Go ahead and click on that bell to join the notification squad, and go follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero if you ever want to tweet me something or send me something. I'm usually able to reply to everyone on Twitter, so definitely go and follow me there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.